Hi guys, back with another plan. Decorate with me? Set up? I don't know. What is these called? I don't remember. But anyways, we are setting up my planners for the month of November. So I have my Erin Condren here. I have my common planner here, which is actually a 2024 common planner. So I have to redate the month as well as the weeks. And bring it out. My A6 rings. Okay, it's actually October 31st, so I really need to make my decision now what I'm going to do. I have set this up. I do believe that video is up on my channel. I'm so behind on videos at this point. I do have a setup of this. It's nothing special. I kind of just kept the theme and moved things over. I'm gonna set this up because I'm itching for rings. I truly am, but I don't know. I need to make my decision because, like I mentioned, it's October 31st. Tomorrow is November. I need to make a decision, but I'm going to set up all the things just in case. Okay, let's get into it. All right, I did not plan anything. I pulled some things. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I will show you what I have pulled because I don't even know actually. I have this September sub. This is from July 2023. Wow, she's been doing subs for that long, and I've been subbed for that long. She's starting to... Anyways, I have these two sheets here, which I think I'm going to use this in my common planner because it's just two sheets and it's just dates and some I'm pretty sure washi came with this, so I need to go. I also have here a Coffee Monsters Co. kit. This is actually November. This was last year's one. It's the floral one. I don't know if I want to use this only because October was also pink, and I don't know. I don't want two pinks butting up next to each other, so I don't know about this, but I have pulled that. I've pulled this, Booked Buddies. This is an old $2 Tuesday. Don't know what for. I'm just bringing out all of the things. I have November from my shop, the EC kit. I have the Universal kit, and I have month stickers off to the side. I don't pull any numbers. I'm going to need to pull numbers, but this is me just trying to figure out what I want to do. A part of me wanted to go back to September and kind of create my own kit, and I actually might do that with the Booked Buddies. They're so cute. They're bears. And because there's nothing to cover down here, like all I need to do, I could line them up right over here and that would be adorable. All right, I made my decision. That's what I'm going to be doing. The brown matches, the tan matches. I don't think I'll have to do much else. I might pull in some washi tape, but let's at least get the deco down. Wait, let me see what kind of stick. All right, I zoomed in a little bit. I found some washi tape. This is from Simply Gilded. It's the Stardust washi, and I think I'm going to run this at the top, almost like it's like sprinkling down on them. I think that might be cute. Yeah, and then that way I can cover the numbers also. I can only pull washi one way, so it looks like I'm gonna have to flip to my planner upside down. I'm so late in doing this. So late. I don't know what it's been. October is a little bit hard for me mentally, and I can't even pinpoint exactly why, but I don't know. And then I think I had a little bit more migraines this past month. The weather has just been horrible. October is normally not the nicest as far as weather goes. It's a continuation of summer, but I feel like summer we just have hot days. When it comes to like our fall weather, I feel like it's more humid and muggy on top of it being hot. Like it's not just hot. I don't know. But yeah, October was just a blur. A little bit. Putting this at the top just for some added sparkle, and I think I'm really gonna have to tie in the spread with like stickers that I pull, icons, boxes. But the good thing about these little Booked Buddies stickers is that you can see everywhere I'm going to be decorating, is that there's plenty of colors to, okay, not plenty, kind of, there's like almost all of the colors that I can choose from in order to create a spread, and I think it'll look really cute. So I'm gonna pick this one first because I don't know, this almost looks like a corner piece to me, and I am just going to place this on this one, and again I'm just going to line them up. And let me pick one that I do want for the edge though, and I think that's going to be this other big one. Hopefully it goes edge to edge. I do have another sheet. The only junk thing is that it is going to be like a repeat of stickers, so I'm just hoping that this is going to go from edge to edge. Okay, this one feels like almost a middle sticker to me, so I'm actually going to put that one here. So far so cute. I feel like a tall one needs to go next to this to give it some height, and I think because there's books here, I was going to use this one, but that's a book stack, so to switch it up I think I'll put this one here. I'm not going to tap it down all all the way in case I need to make some adjustments as far as sizing goes or placement goes. I think I'm gonna use this one here. I go to the edge, just gonna tap down the bottom. There's actually this skinnier bookmark that I think might fit right here. So put that there, and then I'm hoping I can fit 2 in this area right here. Question is what? I might just have to do a bare. Do I want to do this open book, or I think I'm going to do this open book. Oh wait, that's the same one as that. Sometimes there's not enough clip art when I am creating the sheets, so I do have to double up on some of them sometimes. Put that one there, and then I'm kind of stuck now because the bare, and that's a cat. The bare faces are too wide. I could use volume, is that 2 or 1? And then put it up, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Sometimes it's just easier to talk things out. So I'm gonna put this here like it's a standing book, and then we're gonna do that. That is so cute. I think, oh wait, I have shapes here. I'm gonna go ahead and put these shapes and scatter it there. I don't think I would have chosen this if I had to also decorate the bottom, but the fact that the days go all the way to the bottom, it made it a little bit of an easier decision to pick this sheet. Okay, I'm gonna use these. The question is, are they going to stick well to the washi tape? Let's just hope it does. Go that one there. Let's do a heart right here. Need something right here. Let's do, I have a heart. Let's do this star. That's similar. I'm gonna go in with this star right here and put this one here. It's okay if it goes into the day. I don't mind that. And I want to put something right up here, probably the hearts, because I have hearts on the other side. I need hearts on this side. And now just hoping that they stick to washi tape and stay there. I'm gonna go in with just a couple of dots. I don't want to go overboard, but I do want some here and there just to, you know, just to tie everything in. Can I sneak in a small one over here? I need one right here, a small brown one. Feels good to be sitting down and planning out November, although I will say there really isn't anything going on. Kids are in school. Oh, Jaden goes back to work on November 1st. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it that. I don't want to go too crazy, and I'll leave that off to the side in case I do want to add a little bit more. That being said, let me see if I have script holidays. I no longer include the holidays in my kits, so I do have a holiday sheet. The question is, do I have ones that I need? Veterans Day I have, Election Day I have, and a Thanksgiving I have. Perfect. I might put those in boxes though. Actually, you know what? I think they might cover the text that's already there, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I know it's kind of going into the one below, but that doesn't matter to me. Here we have Thanksgiving, so I'm going to cover that one down here. I have Black Friday. I don't think I'm going to put Black Friday. There's fall back here, but we don't change times in Hawaii. I know there's another state, right, that does not change times, but we definitely don't change times here. All right, so I know it's very, very bare to start. Oh, hello. Oh, it is so hot. It is very, very bare to start. I could pull days of the week to kind of make it a little bit more cute, but I'm not. I could pull numbers to make it a little more cute, which, you know what? I'm gonna look through my numbers stash and see if there's anything that potentially matches. Oh, wait, these are cute. Off to the side. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the numbers because why not? I'm gonna skip the coffee. I feel like the light brown looks a little bit more better. I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera and then figure out what I'm gonna do next. It's probably going to be the bills because that's the first thing I usually work on when it comes to a monthly spread. I'm really, really glad I put down those numbers because I don't have like a full kit. This just ties everything more together, but just, I don't know, it makes it a little bit more complete. The next thing I have is all of my bill paying stickers. I have the Coffee Monsters Co. like utility bills. I have my credit card stickers, and then I have pay bills in the muted and then the regular, although I don't know if I still sell both colorways. I mainly use the icons in my monthly spread, and then when I do use the pay bills, it is in my weekly spreads. So let's get into it. I'm not going to talk about the bills because I was just thinking about how, okay, so before I get into that, I put the bills at the bottom I put the icon down and then I write what bill is due next to it, and then I make sure I always leave a space so that I can check it off, because I do check off the bills as they get paid. I will say lately though, at the beginning of the month I just end up scheduling them all so that they're all complete, but I still like to visually see them and visually see that they're checked off, just so I know, even though I've been doing the same thing every month recently. Anyway, so I'm not going to talk through that, maybe I'll explain it after, but I was just thinking about how normally November would be a very hectic month of me preparing the shop for essentially a 2-week-long vacation. If you've been here a while, you guys know that we would go to Disney after Thanksgiving, like sometime after Thanksgiving, the first week of December, or sometimes we would leave late November. But normally it would be like crunch time for this month, prepping for the pre-Black Friday sale, just prepping the shop in general for going on vacation for 2 weeks. I was closing the shop in the beginning, I would close the shop for vacation and not accept any orders. But as I felt like I established myself, then I would end up leaving the shop open while I was gone, because I just left a disclaimer, but at the same time I felt like people would know that they would end up getting their stickers once I came back. Like, I would package your orders once I came back. I wouldn't leave anybody hanging. So when it came to that, like, I felt comfortable enough to leave the shop open, which I was very thankful for. It took me a long time to be able to do that, honestly. That was just a lot of work, making sure the shop was stocked, and so that when I came back everything was seamless. And we have not, the last time we went to Disney was in 2022, because then we did go to San Francisco in 2023, and it's been so long. I am so sad. Honestly, it's just so expensive to go now. So expensive. Tickets are expensive, and I think what makes me the most angry is that a service that was once free, you now have to pay for. We paid for it the last time we went, and the prior time that we went before that was 2019, and it was still free back then. By the time we went in 2022, you had to pay for Genie Plus, and that's what it was called when we went, so that's why I'm referencing it as Genie Plus. Like I mentioned, we paid for it because, you know, we only go once a year. We don't want to like waste too much time or whatever, so we ended up paying for it. And I will say, I even paid over $100 for us to ride Radiator Springs Racers with the Fast Pass. Like, it's just crazy. And I think it's even more now, and it's just sad. I guess greedy they got, but at the same time it's like maybe not greedy, because, well, actually I don't even think they pay their employees like a decent wage, right? I just don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about Disney. Like, we've been thinking about going back, and it's, like I mentioned, it's just so expensive. And so yeah, that makes me sad that we haven't been in a while, and honestly I don't know when we will end up going back, but hopefully one day. I know it's only going to get more and more expensive. But yeah, and then the economy sucks, and so that's not exciting either. I want a box for this one, like an orangey, maybe a green. I was just thinking about that when I was putting down the dates, and how normally we would be planning for Disney and all of that, getting excited for Disney. I will say though, I am very, very thankful. We went 10 years in a row. 10 years in a row. When I think about it that way, I can't be mad. And those 10 years were probably the best years for my kids to experience Disney. Not that they wouldn't enjoy it now that they're older. It looks like it's gonna rain and it's Halloween. That's so gloomy outside. I don't know where my full thought was, but we honestly were able to go during what I think is the best years of a kid's life, to go to Disney consistently every single year. And so for that, I am so thankful. 15th needs an envelope. So I can't be too mad, because we were blessed to be able to do that, be able to take them 10 years in a row. Well, okay, Jaden was 10 years in a row. Destiny went, since she was 2.5 months old. We were gonna skip that trip. We decided to just, you know what, let's do it. Ryder since he was 6 months old, and until however long until they're 10. But I do feel like they got to enjoy Disney at probably the best time possible. So for that, I am thankful, because I know a lot of families aren't able to do that, and yeah, we were. So I mean, I can't complain it too much. that's all my rant is, just because I was thinking about, yeah, I'd be planning for Disney. Yeah, no, we're not. Anyways, I am thankful we have the DVC and do staycations at Aulani. While it's not the same as Disneyland, it's still a nice little Disney treat getaway. I don't know what you want to call it. Okay, I love that I can pull almost pretty much any color and I'm okay with it. 20th. Do I want to do another box? I should have done a, I'm going to do a box on this one. Maybe a yellow box. Nice, I'm going to put the icon on this side instead because there's an icon right there. Even though when something happens on the 16th, I'm sorry, I have to put it on the other side. And that part's sticky, so now I have to flip this whole scallop box around and put the sticker on the sticky residue side. That way when I put an icon, I can put it here and they're not all butted up next to each other. And then I have to look up the Verizon bill because if you watched my other ones, I didn't realize my Verizon bill. I have been putting it on the 5th and the whole time it was on the 30th, although that is an automatic bill, so it wasn't like the end of the world. Bella, what are you doing? She's lonely. She's in here with me. And then we're just going to use the emoji Verizon or cell phone bill. We have Verizon. And this is a very big sticker. I'm going to try to put it in the corner. That was all of my thoughts that was going through my head about Disney. I think I'm just butthurt that it's so expensive now. I think all that there is that I can put down is no school days. There's nothing going on next month. Jaden goes back to work, so I'll probably mark that. But other than that, there's nothing going on. Bella, don't bite that. So let me get my few stickers that I need for no schools. I don't even know when they are. And I really only needed a few stickers. This is from Chic Street Sticker Boutique. I'm going to put this right on the first. I don't have an icon. I don't know what icon I want to use. I'll figure that out later because I never end up filling this out on camera. The thing that I have are these pencil icons from the Coffee Monsters Co. The colors are pretty perfect for this kit. So for the 11th, I think I want to do, let's do this purple one. Back down. That's cute. And then I can journal something right here and put the icon right here if needed. And then Thanksgiving weekend, I'm going to use this green one. The fact that it's pointing that way will just show that there's no school. I don't know, that way too. I'm not going to like draw an arrow or anything. And I don't know icon I want to use. Maybe just some of these. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Even though this is like the same color as the sticker. That's okay. We'll use the green one. Jaden likes the color green. I asked him how he feels about going back to work and he's like, just neutral, like just neutral. That is it. Actually, let me go ahead and fill everything out. It's not gonna be anything special. For the monthly view, I always use the same pen, so anytime I go to do like the memory spread or fill in the plans that have or come up later, I know what pen to grab. It just stays in my little Pachaco pencil bag all the time, and it is a Pachaco Pentel Energel pen in 05. I like it in here because it is thicker and because it says this is the Erin Condren. There's more space and just it makes sense to use 05 for me. But I'm gonna go ahead and fill this out and then we will move on to the common planner and redating that one. All right, that's all done. Really nothing special. Let's move on to, oh, I folded this back wrong. Let's move on to common planner. Here is my tracker. I forgot to put down this sticker for the month of October, so I'm gonna do that now. Just realized I didn't print one out. So I can't tell you where this tracker is from, but I use this tracker every single month. I was even using it in my Hobonichi cousin last year because that one needed a tracker. My journey planner has, I was gonna say a built-in tracker, but you know what I mean. There's one in the planner, which I absolutely love about the journey planner. So I had to go back to using this one, which is fine. It is an A5 size. I just shrink it down to fit in the B6, and I will be putting the November one here to keep going. The thing is, I am setting this up because if I do decide to use my A6 rings, my A6 rings is just replacing my Erin Condren, and I'm still going to be using this. This is my journal. I would just be using these two planners if I do decide to use my A6 rings. This is going to be staying the same, hence why it does need to get set up. Moving on, like I mentioned, this planner is from 2024. I used the first book. This is Sterling ink, by the way. I'm scatterbrained right now. Sterling ink, common planner, B6. I bought the 2-book version and I used the first half last year of 2024, and then because I wanted to switch my system, I was actually going to buy 2025. She was just selling the second half of the year, but I remembered I had this book and I was like, I can just redate it, because if I hate it, I won't feel bad for buying the 2025 and not using it. I think I am going to go ahead and use this. Is this too much? I feel like this is too much. This isn't really made for this planner either, so I would have to trim things down, and I honestly am lazy. I'm gonna go with this. This is really cute, that's why. Let's get into redating and decorating. I was going to see if washi came with this, so let me see. Found it. This is the washi tape here, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm gonna run the washi tape at the bottom and then use these decos up here for the days that aren't in the month. Bringing up a calendar because I don't want to open my Erin Condren and I want to see, oh wait, Friday, no wait, Saturday. See, I would have done it wrong. November starts on Sunday. Today's Friday. Today's the 31st. Okay, and then I am going to use these, even though they're very big, and I try not to use too big of stickers in here. It's just going to be so cute if I do that together. Washi tape at the bottom. I'm going to redate with these. I'll come back to draw. I think I'm going to need to draw an extra box. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm going to have to draw an extra box. I'm going to date my planner first, see where the days end up, because I sometimes have to draw an extra box. Then I'm going to put my washi down because I don't want to mess it up. Knowing me, I will. So dates, washi, deco. I'm going to do all that off camera. This part is really boring and I will be right. All right, I decided to hop on really quick because I do have to draw in the boxes, and I just wanted to share how I do that in case you haven't seen one of these videos. I have a pencil at all times in my pencil pouch. Also, it is Chaco. Can you tell what my favorite character is? I just grab my ruler and I use a pencil because these lines are pretty light, and I try to keep it light also when I'm drawing in the lines, but it never happens. I always push down too hard. So let's see if I can do it this time. I don't know if my head is in the camera. Anyways, I'm going to try to match the color. The thickness is a little bit thicker. Color-wise, I think this is better than I've done in the past. Oh, see, now it's like too light. Now I'm being like too cautious, and I'm going to go over it again, and then it's going to be too dark. So I did have to draw in that box. I also have to draw in this one, and this is going to go all the way to the bottom. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the washi down. I think I'm just going to rip it. Put this one, we'll center it. There was other washi tapes that came in this kit, but I just wanted this one here. There we go. Then I'm going to put the deco down. Before I go ahead and do that, I'm going to white out these numbers, so I don't get confused, just so you can't see it. Okay, and then I'm gonna white out the 2024 that's under here, and I might put a sticker there so it doesn't look as whited out. Let's go in with the deco. I do want to use this house, and again, this house looks like a corner piece to me, so I'm gonna put that there. And there is my monthly spread in my common planner. Very cute. Excited to decorate that later. Moving into the weekly section, I use as an hourly journal. I don't decorate until the week is here, which I didn't even decorate this one, so I won't be decorating anything. I just need to redate the numbers, and I need to find numbers. I have been very consistent in using the medium numbers from my shop. Every month I just choose a different set of numbers and I keep it consistent throughout the whole month. I also try to change up the font. So this, I did pull out both of these. I kind of want to go with this one because it's skinnier and kind of opposite. I will white out what I need to, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like, even though it's really just going to be numbers. So here we have that all dated, ready to go. Okay, last thing that we have to do in this planner before jumping into the A6 rings, which I just need to do the November monthly, and that is it. And I think that's just a one-page thing. But anyways, let's do the cover page for this planner, which I don't think I pulled anything. I have this tissue paper that I got in an order from Tag Aloha Co. And it's brown. Brown kind of reminds me of November. So I think I'm going to cut a piece out. I kind of want like the wrinkly crinkly part, so maybe I'm going to cut out this corner, or maybe this one is kind of pretty. No, I think I'm going to cut out this corner. That's not enough. Maybe this corner. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut out this corner and then I'm gonna glue that in. Let me go, I need a paper trimmer, and then I'm gonna trim this up and then we can glue it. I got my paper trimmer. I'm just gonna trim it to the size that I sell the sticker in my shop, which is 6.25 by 4.25. So I'm just gonna center it right here, and I think that'll be cute. Ooh, wait. Hopefully I have the brown. Do I not have the brown? Why do I have all the ones except for brown? Okay, I'll figure out what I'm going to do for the month after. Let me get my little glue runner here. And I think this always ends up showing through, but whatever. I was going to use those box letters, and I thought it came in brown. Maybe I just didn't grab it. So I do need to figure out what I'm going to do for the month. I think I'm going to keep it pretty simple for this month. I'm not going to go crazy. Maybe one of the large months and then call it a day. So if that's the case, I think I'm going to move this closer to the bottom and put the November at the top. That is not centered, but it's fine. And you can see the blue, and I don't think it dries clear. I really like this one. So you know what? I'm just going to use this right here at the top, kind of centered. Not going to be too picky. And I think that's all I'm going to do for November. Just simple. Okay, second planner done. Moving on to the third planner, which is kind of crazy to say, but like I mentioned, I don't know if I'm going to use it. Okay, what does need to get set up actually is only the monthly section. I only put stickers on the days, and then here I jot down messily what each sticker represents. So first thing that I do need to do is this needs dates, and if I'm not mistaken, in the past I would just write it in because we have such a small space here. I do want to make it a little bit more interesting though. I'm going to grab one of my dot markers, and I really don't want it to be too dark. This paper is not going to be the best to use to do a pen test because these are two completely different papers. You know what? I think I'm going to go with this orange dot marker. I don't know if it's going to be the best, but we're going to go with it. I have such a mess here. Okay, let me zoom in. It's probably better if I take this out. I have my tab here. I'm going to take off the tab for now. It starts on a Saturday, so I am just going to, the glare out of the way, I'm going to dot this upper. See, I knew that was going to happen. Is it soaking through? Okay, this is now my pen test paper. I could do that. I'm gonna hang on to this one. I really wanted the top to have a color, have something, have a dot, have a space to write the number. I'm gonna write it very small, so I'm thinking of just doing that. Maybe put this one on. I am going to go do little swooshes just like that. I'm gonna put that back in my planner after. I was not expecting that to bleed through so much. Now I gotta pull another one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that in each corner, and then I'm gonna go in and write 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 30. And do I want to carry on this washi? Will it fit here? It will. I think I'm going to carry on this washi into this planner. That way if I do decide to use my A6 rings in this planner, then it matches. Wait, not that it has to. This down as straight as possible. That is very cute. I like that there's at least one emoji in there. I didn't cut them all off, even though I can go at the bottom. I'm just letting the highlighter dry just a little bit, and I am looking for a November sticker that is not insanely big. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I can peel this washi off this paper. I'm gonna try though. I think I'm gonna put this at the bottom and then put this November sticker at the top instead. And thankfully it's just, I took up one space at the bottom, so this washi will also fit at the bottom here. And then do I want this November sticker or do I want this November sticker? I think I want the bigger one. So we're gonna go with this one. This is the large months version 2. I believe there's 4 versions. And I'm gonna put this here. I think that's cute. And pen, I think I'm just gonna go with the same one that I use in my Erin Condren to write the numbers because it's nice and bold and it'll stick out. So I'm gonna do that. I believe I don't need to put bills on here. If I'm not mistaken, I created a bills section in here with some random, yeah, I did, because I found a bill tracker in my stash of inserts, so I don't need to do any bills on here. So now this section is only focused on just things going on. And so one of those things was that Jaden going back to work, and I will show you. So if you remember in the rings, they looked like this. I put a sticker here, and I don't care what this side looks like, just use it as notes, and I job. Now it's sunny again. I write down what the sticker is for. So Jaden goes back to work on the 1st, and I can't believe that's tomorrow. Is this too big? I mean, it is a big day. What? I don't know what to use. This workout one. He is a manager. I don't have any like import. Oh wait, do I have king stickers? Dude, I think I have like drama queen. I'm gonna use this one. I'm so gonna use this. He's not drama llamas about it, but he said he's very neutral about going back to work, so he's not being a drama king about it. But that is funny. Oh, he is upset because on the 1st he said that they do inventory, and so his first day back to work, he gets to do inventory. 11th is no school. Find a school sticker. I do have these no school ones. I think I'm gonna use the emojis. I'm gonna use this one. I have this no school one, so the 11th. Just mark that. I have a turkey sticker. I'm not going to mark no school for Thanksgiving. I'm going to put this little turkey sticker from Once More with Love. Sometimes I feel like it's a crime to mix characters. Oh, I almost put it on that thing. I almost feel like it's a crime to mix stickers, but it's fine. I think I want to get an online shopping thing for Black Friday. I don't plan on doing much shopping for Black Friday, but I want to mark it. I'm going to use this crazy cart emoji, and I'm going to put that on the 28th for Black Friday, and that was all. All the rest are bills. And so now that I have that done, now I can go into here. I never mind if any of these things is out of order. It doesn't bother me. And so let's go in and write what all of the stickers for. And that is how I don't say how I've always planned in my A6 rings, but the last time I was using my A6 ring, this is how I was planning in my monthly section. Focus. Why, thank you. Is that a sign that I should be using my A6 rings come tomorrow? And the best thing is when I need to move to the next month, I have December right here, December notes. And if I continue on, I have January here, January notes. So this paper doesn't get wasted. I can use this side for December and this side for January, and that is how I use it. Now all of my planners are ready for November. I guess you will find, okay, you won't. Okay, if I post it on my Instagram, you have found out already what planner I have chosen, but if you don't follow me on Instagram, then you'll have no idea until you see this video or the next video what planner I've chosen. Anyways, that is it. Let me bring everything out. So I have my Erin Condren. I love how my Erin Condren came out though. Like, that is something that would make me want to use my Erin Condren planner, is how cute it has come out. Oh wait, let me zoom out. There's my Erin Condren. The most exciting section in my commonplace planner would be the monthly. Actually, they're all the monthlies, and then this monthly. Aw, cute. It's a little November family. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, got some ideas. I hope you took something away from this. If not, I hope you enjoyed watching, but I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye guys.